Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Baraka Thumb. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, underneath Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any Israelite group. Tonight's class is Wednesday night's Biblical Law class, and tonight we're going to go in on something very heavy, man. We're going to go in on how America does not keep any of the laws that the Most High has established, but yet they call themselves a Christian original nation. Like they always say that America was built on the fundamentals of Christianity. But one thing about America, they're notorious for being murderers, killers, thieves, robbers. Everything that you can think of in the Bible, they go against. And I'm going to show you the laws of what the Most High established, or what he said about murdering and those things that we shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? We got Christian pastors with this Bible right now, every Sunday, open it up and proclaim themselves to be teachers of the word of the Most High, but yet can't even teach people that we shouldn't be murdering, that America is a horrible place and the crimes that they have committed they will be punished for. And yesterday we had two clowns up there on the debating each other. You had President Trump and then you had Joe Biden. And after that presidential debate, people were terrified. Like people just started to wake up and they're starting to see that this place is in the hands of a wicked nation of people, that it's no hope for this place. It's no coming back. You know what I'm saying? And people are starting to wake up and realize that, you know, you can't murder a nation of people. You can't murder God's chosen people and don't think there's going to be any type of judgment for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why now we're starting to see this place fall apart. Because they did so much murdering, so much killing, and so much robbing. Now that everything that they have established is starting to fall. You know, you're starting to see that now, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's hoping Donald Trump wins again. Hey, let him win. Nothing's going to change. It's just another murder in the chair. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Let him win. It's going to be another murder in the chair. But what they don't realize is the Most High is against this nation, man. He's against America for the crimes that they have committed against his chosen people. The murdering, the bloodshed, all of the rape and robbery, and all of the crimes that have never been answered for, man. Like, it's going to come a time and day for that. And us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we should not be following after these nations. We shouldn't be trying to get ourselves caught up inside of this presidential debate and try to pick a leader to watch it to rule over us. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to see now, like I've seen people on Facebook now starting to realize, like, well, listen, who do I vote for? Because both of them stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no hope in this place. Don't vote. You know what I'm saying? You're voting for a murderer. Both of them had their hands in on the murder of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. Whoever gets back in the chair, the murdering of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is still going to continue. We're still going to have so-called Isupk, so-called Mexican children right there in the cages right by the border. We're still going to have it. You're still going to turn on your news and still continue to see black, Latino, and Native American men be killed on live national TV. You're still going to have the abortion clinics open. Nothing is going to change if you try to vote a leader in. None of that is going to change. The Most High is against this place. You know what I'm saying? They call themselves good Christians. This is a Christian-based society. But yet, look at all the murder and bloodshed that has happened in this place, in this land. How many people had to die for America to be established? How many people don't have to die? Tons of people. Tons of our people have died, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get some stretches, man, showing you how the Most High is against America, who proclaims that they keep the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But they do not keep the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And if you can, man, if y'all like that, man, go to the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are some of the laws that the Most High has established for the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like, these laws, statutes, and commandments were established for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And, you know, the reason why we're in the condition that we are in now, because we don't follow them. So with us going into slavery and captivity, you know, we fell away from the Most High. He wasn't with us anymore. So the oppressor that oppresses us right now took our book, took our history, and based their whole lives off of it. They tell everybody that they're Christians. You know what I'm saying? They got the Pope over there in Rome. They just some of the most biggest Christians ever in the face of this planet. And they say that they keep all these laws. But yet, you turn on the news right now, there's been allegations coming out against the Roman Catholic Church, where they say Christianity started from. You know what I'm saying? Where Christianity was born from, where it was bred from the Roman Catholic Church. But yet, there's been a large amount of allegations coming out. Now they just came out against one of the, what do they call the people that's right underneath the Pope? I can't think of what they call him. But it's one of the guys who are right underneath the Pope. He's like, the Pope picked him himself, you know what I'm saying? Like the Pope picked this man, I can't think of what them people are called. But the Pope picked this man. And so now there's been a bunch of allegations coming out in Australia that this man is a rapist, like a notorious rapist. Like it just came out that he's a notorious rapist. He has all type of charges pending on him right now in Australia for being a rapist. They even had him on camera at some event where he was at, like in front of a whole crowd of people. And he said, in the sense of, I remember one time me and another father were getting these boys ready for, and he stuttered, and the whole crowd was just like, whoa, like, wow, what do you mean getting ready? You know what I'm saying? They already knew what he was talking about. That's right, a Cardinal, Salaki, the Cardinal. Yeah, one of the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just got sexual allegations against him. And, they're pending on him right now. You know what I'm saying? And he was just bringing it out that, yes, there has been corruption in the Roman Catholic Church. He said, yes, there is corruption amongst us. You know what I'm saying? He was like, some of the allegations are true. He was like about the rape and the robbery and, all the things that go on. But what people don't understand is, how can you expect righteousness out of a place that was built on murder? And what people don't understand was, who killed our King and our Savior, Yahushua? The Romans did. So how are you going to turn around and believe that these same Romans are the people who, are God-forsaken people? They're Christians and all, but these are the people who murdered our King. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people went around the world murdering and had the Bible in their hand. Went around murdering all around the world. Wherever they set foot at, they murdered. When the pilgrims came over here, guess what they had in their hand? They had the Bible in their hand, but guess what they did? They murdered. But there are laws, statutes, and commandments that are established in this book that these good Christians look over. Especially these good American Christians, these good Trump supporters. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, God bless Trump and all of this, but yet they do not read the scriptures to find out what the Most High is against. You know what I mean? These are some of the things the Most High is against. This is what the Most High has told us not to do. If Christians really fear God, they would understand these are the things that they're not supposed to do. And this is one of them right here. Like I said, go to the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. And it reads, thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? That's a commandment right there. That's a law. And it says, thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? But yet, we look at the land that we're in now. Look how many people have been killed in this Christian society. You know what I'm saying? In this Christian society, look at how many people have been murdered and killed. You know what I'm saying? Tons of people, tons of our people have been murdered and killed. You know, so I'm going to get you a number. I'm going to get you the number of how many people were killed by the police officers. You know, so I'm going to get you a number. You know what I'm saying? This is just the number right here. This is the number where they say how many cops kill us on a yearly basis. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they try to say that the Caucasian race has been killed more than our people have been shot. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the number is from blacks and Hispanics both. The number for 2017 for blacks being shot by police officers was 223. The ones for Hispanic were 179. Then for 2018 were 209. And then for Hispanics were 148. And then we go to 2019 where it increased to 235. And then our Hispanic brothers by 158. You know, they're still working on the numbers right now for this year, because this year isn't out yet and our people are still being murdered, still being killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to deal with so much murder as black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have to deal with the police killing us. And then you have to turn around and deal with our sisters going inside of these abortion clinics committing murder amongst our kids. You know what I'm saying? But the scriptures say, thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, our sisters are not supposed to be in these abortion clinics killing our babies, let alone us too as black, Hispanics, and Native American men who join gangs and kill each other. Like, there are laws, statutes, and commandments established against that. You know what I'm saying? But where did we learn how to murder so much from? Where did we learn this behavior from, to be a bloodthirsty murderer? Where did we get this behavior from? We got this from the same people that oppress us. We got this from them. Because when they came here, guess what they showed us how to do? They showed us how to murder. They showed us how to kill. They showed us how to slaughter and how to be heartless. But yet they had the Bible in their hand. But yet they had the Most High's commandments in their hand and told us, if we want to survive, this is what we have to do. We have to serve God and keep all of these commandments and we'll be okay. But yet they turn around and they don't keep any of them. And the Most High said, thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? This is a law. This is a commandment. Thou shalt not kill. You know, if we want to fix the black, Hispanic, and Native American community, we just have to keep the Most High's laws. And this is one of them right here. Thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting to see these Christian leaders, you know, join hand with the oppressor and try to justify the things that they do to us. You know, how they always try to blame us when we get killed, when we get murdered in the streets. Just like Breonna Taylor. That sister was killed, man. That sister was killed for nothing. That sister didn't do anything wrong. And I can guarantee you, I can bet you my last dollar that the devils that killed her were Christians. They were Christians. Even the district attorney who stood up and said that they couldn't find a reason to indict those police officers, they were Christian. He was a Christian. Go to church every Sunday, dressed up in their suit, praising God, reading out of the Bible, but yet they look over these things because they don't believe in the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man. They don't believe in them and they don't follow them. That's why you have to come into the Isupk, man, where you can learn how to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments correctly, man. Because if you're a black, Hispanic, and so-called Native American Indian, the Most High holds you accountable for these laws that He established with our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're held accountable for these. But the so-called oppressor, he's not held accountable for these. That's why we have to get out of these churches. We go up inside these churches and we think that these pastors in there are teaching us the correct things, telling us the right way on how to live and everything, but yet they don't even believe in the laws of the Most High. They don't even follow the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are they at when they see us get murdered in the streets? You know, where are they at? Where's their voice? You know, what's the devil down there? Joel Osteen. I have yet seen him to come out and speak against the brutality that is done amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The murders, the kills, you know, so-called Mexicans being put in cages, sleeping with aluminum foil on them, having their babies being ripped away from them and given to different people, having their children be lost in this system. You know, where are these Christian leaders at? Where are they speaking up against these things if they are so-called righteous men who follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High? Where are they at? What are they saying about it? You know what I'm saying? This is just more proof to show you, man, that you should not be in these churches, man. These pastors in these churches do not know anything about the word of the Most High. They don't know anything about the laws. They don't keep any of the laws. They don't teach people how to keep the laws. The only law they teach you how to keep in the Christian church is paying your tithes. That's it. That's the only law you're going to learn in the Christian church is how to pay your tithes. Because if you pay your tithes, guess what? He still could continue to flourish. He still could continue to be rich. He still could continue to ride around in that Rolls Royce or that Bentley or live in that big mansion, that big house. Look at T.D. Jakes. Have you heard another? T.D. Jakes is a black man. A black man. Have you heard him speak up any against the brutality done to black people? He's a pastor. He has the Bible in his hand. He teaches the law. He always, every Sunday, he up there sweating like he about to have a heart attack, preaching the word of God, opening the book. But yet, has he even begun to speak against the nation that does things that are against the word of the Most High? If he's a so-called righteous man, you know what I'm saying? If he's a so-called righteous man and a leader, you know what I'm saying? Like he said he is, does he speak against the murder and the brutality that is done to God's chosen people? You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be teaching the laws. You know what I'm saying? Like he has the Bible in his hand and he's supposed to be teaching the people the laws. So if he was a righteous man, he would be doing what we do. When we see our people being murdered, killed, and raped and robbed in the streets, we speak up against it. We come against it because we know the Most High said in the Bible that thou shalt not kill. You know, he's against murder. He's against all of that unrighteousness. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was really a man of the Most High, he would have something to say about that if he was a righteous man. But yet we have heard him not say anything. Neither Reverend Al Sharpton, another man who claims himself to be a man of the Most High, you haven't heard him say anything. Nothing. Like it's just more proof to show you that these people we look up to, this society that we live underneath, they do not believe in the Most High. They do not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So when you have a nation of people who don't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, guess what you have? You have chaos. And that's what people seen last night with that presidential debate. They seen chaos. People white people shaking in their boots, you know what I mean, watching that. You know what I'm saying? They turning off the TV, they don't even watch it because they just looking like, you know, how foolish is this, man? Like these are the people that's really gonna rule over us. You know what I'm saying? They just sitting up there arguing, acting like a bunch of females and children, going back and forth. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. Nah, you wrong about this, you wrong about that. And people just starting to sit back and see how lawless this place really is. They're really just starting to sit back and say, this place is finished, man. Like it's like if we have to vote between these two people, we are finished. And the Isupk underneath Commander Jonah Yohana has been trying to tell a lot of people that ever since 1969 that this place is lawless. They follow no laws. You know, that's why we have so much chaos. That's why you have so much homosexuality flourishing right now in America. You know what I'm saying? All around the world. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have so much chaos going on. You know, it's getting crazier and crazier by the day because this place, the people that rule this place right now, do not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They do not keep the laws, statutes, and the commandments of the Most High. And what our people have to realize is that this place is given into the hand of a certain particular people. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite scriptures right here, man. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 27. Oh, slacking. The verse 24, I'm slacking. And it says in the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, and it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. That's what we don't realize. That's why we have so much murdering and killing going on right now. Because this planet, this earth, has been given over to a wicked nation of people. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can come in, who runs this place right now? You know what I'm saying? Who runs this whole entire earth right now? This is an easy, simple question, man. You know what I'm saying? Who runs this earth right now? Let's see if anybody paying attention, man. Who runs this earth right now? Who runs this earth right now? Damn right, Deshaun, you right. The so-called white man, which is the oppressor, he runs this planet right now, man. You know what I'm saying? He runs this place right now. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is against this person that runs this planet right now. Because the Most High knows that this person that runs this planet right now is wicked. He does everything against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. The Most High says this right here, even in the book of Deuteronomy. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 17. I'm going to give y'all a little time to get it. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 17. And like I was saying, man, this place has been built on so much murder, rape, and robbery. But yet these people who call themselves the so-called Christians of the Most High, like they just so good and so forsaken, just so heartwarming. They just, we're good Christians. We go to church every Sunday. We love God. We praise God. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a devil at a gym that I go to. This devil is at the gym, and he's always trying to pray for everybody. I want to pray for you. I want to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? I want to pray for you. I want to pray for you. Slack, give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? He's always talking about, I want to pray for you. I want to pray for this person. We got to love God. We got to love everybody. But yet, me and him got by ourselves, and somehow we got off into a conversation about guns. And the first thing that came to him, and the first thing he said was, if somebody, try to bother me, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to do what I got to do. Then he went to the point where he went to the car to show me his 300 blackout that he had, his gun he got in the back. I was like, okay, yeah. I said, man, you got to do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, I understand, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a man, having some type of firearm, to defend himself. But it just showed me how much of a hypocrite he was, because he's always praying for everybody, holding hands. God loves everybody. We all got to come together and join together. But yeah, this man's riding around with a 300 blackout with a 50-round clip in his back seat. That's right. Saying if anybody does anything to him, he's going to kill him. But he calls himself a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's a good Christian, he should know that the scripture said this right here. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 17. Thou shalt not kill.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he calls himself a good Christian. I follow the laws, the statutes, and commandments of the Most High. I keep all. Matter of fact, when you walk in there, he got the 10 commandments right there. You got it right when you walk in. It's the 10 commandments hanging up right there. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High said, "Thou shalt not kill," but yet he's explaining to me how if something happens, he gonna have to kill somebody if anything happens to to him or his family. He feels like he has to defend himself. And I'm looking at him like, I'm UPK, and I'm like, yeah, I can understand. But I'm also looking at him like, does the people that you go to church with understand that you really just a bloodthirsty murderer? But yet you come up here with everybody, let's hold hands and let's pray to God, Jesus Christ. Lord, have mercy upon brother, what's your name? Tyreek, have mercy on Tyreek's family and him. But yet he riding around with a 300 blackout in his back seat.
Right.
That's why I tell you, man, these people do not keep the laws and commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
America say they were built off the fundamentals of Christianity, but in all truth and all actuality, they were built off the fundamentals of Satan, man.
That's right.
Murdering, rape, lynching, robbing, setting people on fire. That's what they were built off of. That's why we said America does not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. The Most High said, "Thou shalt not kill." But what did they do when they set foot over here to our Native American and Indian brothers, man? Get somebody a little time in the comments to do that. What did the so-called oppressor, the Caucasian people, do when they set foot over here in this land? What did they do to our people, man? Let's see if anybody paying attention in the class. What did these people do when they set foot on this land, man? What did they do? Did they come here? Did they hug everybody? Did they get around the campfire and say kumbaya, roast marshmallows and make s'mores with everybody? You know, sip hot cocoa? What did they do when they came here, man? What did they do? Damn right, Ashawn, you on tonight. He said they killed him. Yeah. Damn right. And the scripture said, thou shalt not kill. But yet they came right over with the Bible in their hand and the sword in the other hand. Ready to kill, ready to murder. And nothing has changed. Damn right. Ashawn said they tricked them playing fake. Damn right. You know, just like they tricked our so-called Native American Indian brothers, they still do that to us today. They trick our people. You know what I'm saying? With all of these past elections that don't happen, our people just been tricked. But last night's election, a lot of people starting to wake up and be like, oh, snap. Wow, we got two idiots up here. You know, you better off voting for your damn child to be in the White House right now.
That's like if I could.
Kind of, sir.
Just really looking at, you know, and I got a chance to look at a couple of minutes of that debate, man, and just seeing a lot of the highlights of it. That's really what America has come to. Ooh. I mean, and I'm not even gonna say come to. That's really, like, what they represent is really the spirit of America.
Right.
All of that stuff that they were saying, you got one side that's saying this is what we doing, and the other side saying this is how I want to do it. And both of them really are deceiving Black Hispanics and Native Indians.
Damn right.
They both are lying and saying what they want to say to you because they know you're going to go line your black behind up in them booths and y'all going to sign them papers.
Right.
And get them elected, get one of them elected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was a horrible, you know, debate concerning what the future of Black Hispanics and Native Indians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got two men two of our oppressors who both are evil and devil and have a terrible racist background. Both Biden and Donald Trump. Not just one of them. I be seeing brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, trying to side with Biden. You know, brothers and sisters in the world try to side with Biden a little bit because they saying, oh, he's not as bad as Trump and he gonna do this for black people. Right. And Biden was part of the administration, just like Trump brought this out. Trump brought it out in the debate where he said that Biden was part of the administration that was referring to black people as super predators. You know what I'm saying? And he was along with that. You know what I'm saying? Now today in 2020, you got this same devil which the Bible calls a serpent, a beast of the field. You understand? Trying to sway Black Hispanics and Native Indians to come and vote. It's time to separate, man.
Damn right. Damn right, sir. That's heavy, Otto One. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Otto One, what he bringing out is so heavy, man. It is time. Hopefully last night's debate has somehow put just some little piece of knowledge in our people's head to kind of really realize, like, you know what? Them brothers on the street corner right, man. They right. You know what I'm saying? Like, these brothers have been telling us for years to separate from this oppressor who kills us, man.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe these brothers are right. Like, now we're starting to unfold that these people who we want to rule over us do not know what the hell they doing, man.
That's right.
And if we go out there and elect another one of these devils over a type of this man on top of us again, we're just going to continue to see blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians be killed even more.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this place does not, you know, they do not build themselves off the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They don't even follow their own laws that they established for themselves. Yes. So how can we expect these people to believe in the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High? That's why we say these Christian churches are a joke. It's a joke, man. Like, you paddling there every Sunday and it is a joke. You just in there just pretty much to get robbed. You just a head count. Pastor filed his taxes. Well, last year I had this many people coming in, you know, I got this amount of money. You just a head count. He just needs your dollars. You know what I'm saying? Because this place does not follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing we're going to continue to do is going to continue to see the abortion clinics filled up with hundreds and thousands of our black, Latino, Native American sisters. We're going to see more of our people be gunned down in the streets by police officers. We're going to see more of our brothers and sisters on the street corner ODing on drugs, which are brought in by America. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think is making these pills that our people are overdosing on? Who do you think runs these so-called pharmaceutical companies and these so-called dispensaries that everybody's getting their marijuana from? It's going to come out. It's going to come out one day, man, that weed that everybody loves so much to smoke has chemicals in it. It has some type of chemicals in there. I don't know what. You know, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theory, but I believe it's going to come out one day that weed that everybody's smoking right now has some type of chemical in it, which is going to cause some type of harm and some type of death to our people. We just wait and see, man. You know what I'm saying? You believe in a murderer that, you know, the things that he gives you is right. You know, hey man, they say weed can cure this and weed can cure that. Go ahead and smoke it. Don't listen to us. Go ahead. You know, they'll have a commercial out for you. If you were affected by marijuana in 2020, you know, filed your lawsuit, you know, we got this and that. If you suffered from high blood pressure from smoking weed and both your eyes went red and this and that, you can file a lawsuit. It's going to be another one. It's going to be another. Don't be surprised, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you try to follow a murderer, man. This is what happens when you try to follow the ways of a crook, of a bloodthirsty beast, man, who loves to do nothing but kill. You know what I'm saying? If you can, go to we're going to go to the book of Exodus. We can go to the book of Exodus chapter 23 and verse 7. Show you some more laws that the Most High established for us, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these laws were never, ever supposed to be given to any other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to realize that. You know what I'm saying? Before I go to this one, I'm gonna go to another scripture to show you, man, that these Christian pastors do not know what the hell they talking about, man. They pile up in the church and always tell everybody we all can be saved. We all got to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But this is what they don't realize, man. This is what these Christian pastors and these black religious leaders and these black, Latino, Native American politicians, this is what they don't understand, man. Now, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. It said, He showeth His word unto Jacob, His statute, His judgments unto Israel. Verse 20, He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for His judgments, they have not known them. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to understand, man. Here in the Isupk, we know who the lost children of Israel are. We know who Jacob is. We know that's black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know, the Most High only showed the laws to us. That's why we receive the judgments when we don't do them. And it's just more proof to show you, man, when we go out here and try to be like the so-called oppressor, we get punished at a phenomenal rate, man. Right. When our people try to go out here and be homosexuals, which is against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, we get AIDS at a phenomenal rate to where they say that it's more AIDS in America than in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more AIDS in America than there is in Africa. With all of the pandemics that has happened down there, everything, Ebola, AIDS, all type of things. You know what I'm saying? But yet, here in America, African-American people, you know, fill the so-called clinics with HIV and AIDS, man, when our people try to be homosexuals, or when our people try to be criminals and drug dealers. We fill the prisons by the tune of 1 to 2 million people, man. It's more people in prison here in America than there is in any place on the face of this earth.
That's right.
And you wonder why we suffer these things. It's because the Most High did not give these laws, statutes, and commandments to any nation of people.
Yeah, right.
He gave them to us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And so when we don't keep His laws, we get the judgment that comes with Him. You know, and let that be more proof to you to show you that America does not follow these laws. They do everything against the Most High's laws, and nothing happens to them. So-called oppressor, he can go be a homosexual. Guess what? They gonna support him. He's gonna flourish. He's gonna own a business somewhere. He's gonna own a record label somewhere. But let you try to do it. 2 weeks, you're gonna have AIDS. 2 weeks you gonna go to the doctor, I'm losing weight. Oh, you got AIDS.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, oh, you're homosexual? Yeah, you got AIDS. Then they gonna make a commercial with you smiling on it, trying out some new pill on you. I seen the commercial, it was so disgusting, man. It was so horrible. It was like, they was pretty much trying to make black men the face of HIV. When I seen the commercial, it was like, I forgot the name of the pill, but there was like, if you're suffering from HIV and you're trying to live with it, take this new pill and it'll help you to calm your HIV down. It doesn't get rid of it. And the first thing they showed up there was a black man with the dreadlocks, gay as he can be. I'm just like, wow. I said, so this is the face of homosexuality, black man? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the face of HIV now? Like, we always the face of everything. You know what I'm saying? We the face of criminals. Mm-hmm. We the face of drug dealers. Mm-hmm. We the face of robbers. We the face of homosexuality. Now we the face of HIV. You know what I'm saying? Now they just like, whenever you see a black man, I'm pretty sure he has HIV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
if I could, and we ain't even the face of all of that. Like, we ain't even the face of, like, Esau is really the face of all of that.
Hell yeah, constantly.
Like, our enemies are really the face of all of that. And it's because we follow them and we love them, because we want to go out there and march with them, and because we want to hold hands with them and shout Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter and all the lives matter. And the LGBT community and all of that crap, man. The only reason why we're the face of those things in other people's eyes is because we want to follow our oppressors. Man.
Right.
The only reason why we even have those diseases, or the reason why we even commit crimes, or we do the wickedness and the evil that we do, is because we love our oppressor.
Right.
When we stop loving our oppressor, that means stop marching with them, stop being involved with their customs, and stop doing all of the wicked things that they do, and just separate from them. Then you don't have to be the face of those things, but they do that out of mockery, man.
Damn right, sir.
Like that brother you talking about with the dreads that they had up there on that commercial, that's mockery.
Constant.
I mean, and the black man, if I could, black man gets, he all over the internet, all over any media, he always gonna look like a clown in front of everybody.
Right.
Because that's the way our oppressors want us to look.
Right.
They want us to look like we're filthy. They want us to look like we're animals, like we don't have no discipline. They want us to look like criminals, murderers,
right,
like sex fiend, rapists, all of that.
Right.
So, and that's the reason why, man. That's the reason why the brother bringing out that we got to follow our law, statutes, and commandments. Because following the law, statutes, and commandments is going to separate us from our oppressors. Let them be homosexual.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Let them murder their own or murder other people. But us, us in our house, me in my house, the Isupk,
damn right.
We understand we're gonna serve the Lord.
Damn right.
In the kingdom, they gonna be the face of all of that, man.
Right.
It's gonna be known across the world. Esau gonna be, man. Listen, when you see Esau, you gonna be like, damn. What the scripture say? Is this the man?
Right.
Is this the man that causes the kingdoms to tremble?
Right.
I mean, he gonna be looking like a disgusting rat sitting on a piece of filth sitting on the side of the
right. Right.
That's all.
Right now, so that's heavy out of one. Damn right out of one. Damn right. That's so heavy out of one. That is like, this is the results of us not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Like you said, we just don't became a mockery for the nations. Like the scripture says, a byword. You know what I'm saying? We just, all of these various things because we don't want to serve the Most High. We don't want to keep the laws, which are so easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard at all to keep these laws, man. You just got to be ready to fight that lust that you're dealing with. Man, right, as Sean said, they use us like prostitutes to make us feel bad about what they've done to us. Right. And that's what our Christian pastors have did. Our black politicians, our Hispanic politicians, they do this too, especially every election time. They hold us out, man. Like when I see the election, like when we see the elections going on and we see black people in line, we see Hispanics in line and Native Indians in line, we just like, damn, look at all of these prostitutes, man. Holding themselves out to a new oppressor, to what they call a big pimp, big daddy. You know, they're going to pick a new big pimp to rule over them. You know what I'm saying? The pimp just sitting up there, you know, you got Donald Trump up there shooting basketball with paper towels in the crowd at our people, And he already know, man. He just sent back like, look, man, they can get mad about all the things that I say and that I do. It's going to be some prostitute out of their people to come out and vote for me. Mm-hmm. They going to vote for me. You know what I'm saying? Just like that video where they had the so-called Mexican brothers, man, who were telling his own people, if you got a problem with it, go back to Mexico. I was like, what in the hell am I watching? I was like, so it's like 4 Isupk white brothers telling the other, if you got a problem with it, go back to Mexico. I was like, you gonna eat them words, right?
And if I could,
come on, bro.
This also goes back to the reason why we need to stop voting, and we need to stop supporting these wicked ass police, these politicians, man.
Right.
Because I remember saying this one time before, and I think General Muhammad brought this out as well. But Donald Trump is turning brothers against each other, man.
Right.
Because now you got, again, and I said this last time, you got Mexicans here in America who sees the Mexicans over there in Mexico.
Right.
Now these is Mexicans who, got there, who went through the system and when it got legal, or they might have been born here and they grew up as American citizens.
Right.
Looking down on Mexicans that's still in Mexico like they're criminals and like they're cheating their way into here, and now they're looking at them the same way our oppressor looks at them.
Right.
And that right there is just evil, man. I just had to bring it out because when you said that was so damn heavy. How we, like, it's not even just Judah that does it or other black the black tribes do it. Even northern tribes, we hate against each other and hate each other on certain levels, and it's all because of our oppressors, man.
Con, sir. Con. I don't want to like so that, and it's just so heartbreaking to see your own brother, your own sister do you like that, just to be up there supporting this oppressor, this murderer, this filthy creature, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just sitting up there supporting him. Like, when I seen that, it broke my heart, man. I was like, good night, man. I had to put my hand on my head. He was like, are you serious? He looked at his own brother and said, if you don't like it, go back to Mexico. And I'm like, nigga, where you think you from?
Salakia, this is just heavy, man. And it hurts my heart to know that we do stuff like this, because I'm like, Salakia, brotherhood is just absolutely a weapon. I know it's a brotherhood class, but man, but all of the stuff that Donald Trump has done to the Mexicans, man.
Right.
Got them brothers and them sisters out there in cages at the border, starving, and a lot of them died out there in the cages. You know what I'm saying? And to have a brother, especially from the same tribe as them, say something like that, man, it just reminds me so much of how many Judites in our nation did the same thing, man. How many of our pastors sit back and open their filthy, stinking mouths against the police brutality against our people, right? And blow and treat it like it's nothing, right? The way that the Mexicans treated the other Mexicans, man, right? And that's just all part of our condition and our oppressor. And as long as we continue following our oppressors and loving them, we're gonna hate each other, man.
Con, sir. Good night, everyone. That's heavy as hell, out of war. Right. And I mean, that's the result of our people, man. Us not putting our faith in the Most High, man. Not following Him, and not doing what He has established for us with these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's right. Because there's so many laws that He has put in for us, like brotherhood, looking after each other, taking care of each other. But yet, instead of us following the Most High, we started to follow these oppressors, and now we don't become just like the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? You look your brother in the eye and tell him to go back to Mexico. When you're looking on the news and see Donald Trump deporting brothers and losing kids, 30,000, 5,000, 6,000 children, so-called Mexican children missing. They can't find them. They're being missed. Like, can you imagine what that's like to be a parent and to get told, like, hey, we can't find your child's missing. You know what I'm saying? And then you already behind in a cage somewhere being treated like an animal, and they come talk to you, hey, we can't find your kids. Yeah, your son and your daughter, we can't find them. Well, what can I do? What can I do? You can't do nothing. Just sit back here. And then to have your own brother look at you and tell you, if you got a problem with it, go back to Mexico. Just like I don't want to say with our Christian pastors, when all of our people were getting shot down and murdered in the streets, And when we got mad about the situation, and I'm not telling any brother and sister to go out here and burn down a building and set it on fire and riot, but I can understand the pain. You know what I'm saying? Because we feel the same pain that they do. You know what I'm saying? We just do things a lot different here in the ISUPK because we have leadership and we have we have order. So I can understand why brothers and sisters go out there in the streets and riot and set things on fire out of anger, out of pain, and out of frustration and just being tired of being treated the way we are and just never having anybody to say, you know what, they're going to be punished for what they do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like something's going to happen. So then when we get up there and then we always see them say, oh, he's not guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like get up there and then they get off scot-free and we go out here and set buildings on fire. Then you have people like Killer Mike get up there and say, yeah, we can't burn down our own city. And when none of us don't, just because you own a building doesn't mean that it's really yours.
That's right.
As soon as you miss a payment, guess what? You out of there, somebody else is in. This is not our kingdom. Mm-hmm. We don't run anything around here. You know what I'm saying? So when they go out there and try to speak against us, you have these Christian pastors telling us that it's our fault. We got to stop riding. It's not going to solve anything. They don't understand. They don't give a damn.
It's a lot if I could, man.
Concept.
And for them to even say that is ridiculous, man. Just like you said, you know what I'm saying? These brothers and sisters now, of course, we don't promote violence in our ISUPK.
Right.
We're not asking nobody to go out there and set nothing on fire.
Right.
You gotta understand. You understand? This place is not ours.
Right.
It don't belong to us.
Right.
And let's just say, for instance, it does belong to us, right?
Right.
Well, no, we're not even gonna say that. We're gonna put it like this. Other than the fact that we live in these hoods and these ghettos, it is so hard, and the conditions of these ghettos and hoods are so terrible that ain't nobody gonna miss that.
Right.
They not gonna care about them roach-infested apartments, them rat-infested apartments.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? All the drugs and dope dealing that goes on in the corners of them ghettos and them areas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you start talking about, you tearing down your own cities, first off, them cities don't belong to us.
Damn right.
Them hoods don't belong to us. But we live inside of those hoods. And when we are angry and when we're upset because of the oppression, and we don't know how to deal with it, brothers go out there and that's what they do.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's right, but can't no filthy money grubbing pastor come out and say nothing about it, because they don't know how it feels to be treated like that.
Right.
Because they used to getting, they live rich and fat on this earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they sit there and they watch the poor, get destroyed. And then when the poor rise up and say we get tired of this and they go burn down the cities.
Right.
These disgusting, fat, money-hungry bastards come out and start opening their mouth against them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're not fit for leadership, man.
Damn right, out of one. Kind so it's like, so I was going to give a scripture for what you were saying. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 7. Mm-hmm. And it says, keep thee from a false matter.
Damn right.
And that's what these pastors are supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? That's a false matter to say that it's our fault that we're in this condition, that it's our fault that we're getting murdered and killed by these police officers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we woke up one day and just said, you know what, I'm going to go get me a kilo and just start selling drugs because I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like selling drugs. Right. I like the condition that I am. I like this. I love this lifestyle. We didn't wake up and do that. We was put in this position.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this was forced on us. We were robbed from everything, Everything was taken from us. Our fathers forced on drugs. Our mothers forced to be single parents and then not knowing which way to go, turning into whores, prostitutes, sleeping with multiple men. You know what I'm saying? Our men beating on our women, abandoning their kids. You know what I'm saying? We didn't wake up and want to do this. But let your Christian leaders tell it, it's our fault. But the Most High said, keep thee far from a false matter. That is a false matter to say that we put ourselves in these conditions.
That's right.
That is a false matter to say that it is blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans' fault that we're in this condition. Like, we woke up and did this to ourselves. I don't know how in the hell these Christian pastors have forgot about, over 400 years of slavery and brutality. How did you wake up one morning and just forget about that? Like Kanye West he fixed this map to say that one time that slavery was a choice. Slavery was a choice. Like, we really had a choice on if we wanted to pick cotton or not. This was the choice. You pick cotton or you die. That's the choice. You know what I'm saying? Those were the choices that we had. And we're still dealing with these choices right now.
That's right.
What's the choice? You go to work or you be on the streets with your kids. And then guess what happens when you're on the street with your kids because you're tired of working. You're tired of being a slave. The oppressor comes in with child support, or he comes in with DSS, Department of Social Service comes in and say, well, we feel like you unfit to get your children. We need to get your kids. No, it's your fault that, you don't want to work hard anymore. It's your fault that, you on drugs, that, you can't do anything. It's your fault. You need to fix yourself. But the Most High says that's a false matter, man. And we're supposed to stay far away from it, man.
That's right.
Just like these president leaders up here right now telling us that they're going to help us and fix our conditions, that is a false matter. They're not going to fix anything.
Damn right.
They're not going to help anybody. They're not going to solve the crimes that are being done in our community.
That's right.
They're not going to, what's the main one? We're going to fix hunger. We're going to stop the drug epidemic in the black neighborhoods. Donald Trump just came out with something saying that he was going to pass something from I need to find this article. I got to find this article. I got to find this article, man. This is like, man, oh my goodness, man. And black people were just, when he said it, the whole crowd was just going crazy when he said it, man. You know what I mean? Donald Trump, I got to get it out of one. Salaka, sir. I'm going to pull it up right now. Salaki, y'all. Yeah, I mean, this is it right here, man. This is it right here. Oh, we. And guess where he was at when he said this, out of one? Atlanta, Georgia. Donald Trump was in Atlanta, Georgia when this was 5 days ago. And the title reads, the headline reads, it says, Trump pledges $500 billion to black communities, designated KKK Antifa as terrorist organization. He's telling black people now that he's going to give $500 billion to the black communities, and he's now going to designate the KKK and Antifa as a terrorist organization. Like us in the Isupk, we already know that is a false matter, and we should stay the hell away from it. Yeah, we shouldn't even be believing that he's really going to do this. Like if you look this up and you watch the video on it, it's going to be so disgusting when you hear the black people in the background clapping, just cheering, yeah, woo! When he said it, you heard somebody grandma, woo! In the back. I was like, oh man, that's Big Mom in the back, man. She need to go tend to them pork chops she got back there cooking. I don't know what the hell she doing out here. I'm just like, y'all really believe he really gonna do this for black people? You really believe he gonna put five? Man, I was just like, bro, our people are a bunch of whores for this oppression, man.
Yeah, I'm right.
A bunch of whores.
I'm right. That's true, man. And it ain't even laughing matter. So like if I could, it's not even laugh. It's absolutely sad.
Right.
That for some change, man, for some money, you know what I'm saying, that we will literally sell out. We'll prostitute ourselves behind that, man. When in reality, we supposed to reject that. We don't want nothing from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all just allow us to worship our God, man. Like we did in Assyria, like we did we did in our other captivities.
Right.
Like we begged Pharaoh, like we didn't beg, but like we told Pharaoh, we demanded of Pharaoh.
Damn right.
You know, to be able to go and worship, you know what I'm saying, our king, whatever, to worship our God. Just let us have that.
Right.
We don't want your damn money, man. But you right. What's gonna happen is brothers and sisters, they gonna hear that in the news, especially out there in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna hear that news. And they're going to be taking pictures. You seen the pictures where you got all of them black folks sitting right behind the president.
Good night.
They wearing the damn, You know, they got the fresh cuts and they got all that beiging in their head, and the sisters got the wigs and the damn all wearing dress suits like they going to church and everything. And everybody look like they about to pray over the president. You about to see a bunch of more pictures like that,
right?
man, it's so disgusting because you go on the you go out on Facebook, man, and you could just see, you know, even in this time period, that even this generation, and even of course the past generations that are still alive today,
right,
that they still support this political system.
Damn right.
They still believe in America's political system.
Right.
When the hell are we gonna wake the hell up?
right.
For 400 and something years, you still have been the product of, you know what I'm saying, of destruction in this earth.
Right.
Like you still are the product of what our oppressors did to us, and that it ain't nothing good.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Out of all of that voting you've done, and there are still ghettos and barrios all over the damn place.
Right.
And there's still crack cocaine and heroin, and even all of these new drugs that are circulating inside of our neighborhoods. So what the hell is voting gonna do? Nothing. Not a damn thing. And then the trust in Donald Trump or anybody else for that matter, just because they promised him $500 billion. Man, y'all better leave that money alone, man. You better listen. You better trust in the riches that the Lord is gonna give you.
Right.
$500 billion about to leave you to death.
Right. Like I said, it's like he got the $500 billion on the table, but like, what is he gonna do to you for you to get it? It's like he was like, yeah, listen, I just need you to drink this, and you can get the $500 billion. Then you drink the drink, and you wake up, you done been done in the worst way, as the worst prostitute could ever be done in her life. You know, so he done everything he's wanted to do to you. You know what I'm saying? And that, like the Bible says, man, we should stay away from a false matter, man, because he's not going to do any of the things that he says for us.
Hey, if I could make one more comment, just the last comment, I'm going to let you get back.
No, lie, sir.
First off, everybody going to be happy about this $5 billion, but you know what would help black people? What would help black people if they knew, what would help them is if they knew that they actually deserve for their oppressor to be slaves. Man.
Right.
That's what you deserve.
Right.
Right.
Damn right.
Deserve for you to be slaves.
Damn right.
Like they want to give you $500 billion. That ain't nothing compared to all of the value you given to America.
Right.
As a slave. You've given so much value, even to this day, you give so much value to America. You make America the superpower it is. You know what I'm saying? You make the economy as strong as it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So really, your oppressor deserves to be out there in that field picking your cotton.
Damn right.
That's all I got to say.
Damn right, out of one. That's heavy out of one. And it's like, I don't like you saying out of one, like we'd rather accept the money than him being a slave. Like, you have one white man, one oppressor, who makes $500 billion. Just one by himself has $500 billion. And you mean to tell me you would rather accept that than him being a slave? You know, I choose slavery for the oppressor for $300.
Right.
Like, give me that. You know, it's like you being on The Price is Right. You like, it was like, you know, you got $500 billion for $400, or you got the oppressor be a slave for $200. Let me get the oppressor be the slave for $200. Please, let me get that. I want that. You know, so that $500 billion is nothing. It's like once you get through spending the money, what you got then?
Nothing.
What you got then? What you got? You ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot. So this is like, you can tell Donald Trump is pretty much just making a mockery of black people, because this is what that article said about him with the $500 billion thing. This is how it starts off. It says, Atlanta, Georgia. President Donald Trump announced details of his platinum plan.
And listen, it's a lot. Brothers love the word platinum.
Right. That's what I said. When I heard him say that, I said, y'all niggas stupid. I say, well, if y'all niggas fall for this time, I'm like, he just pretty much just spit in your face, and you just, that's cool, man. You know, you can do it again. This niggas, and he said it, he was like this, and he said it was so funny. I started laughing when he said it. He said, I'm going to announce a new plan the platinum plan. I said, oh, this devil did. I said, oh man. I said, boy, I think only brothers in the UPK caught on to it. Like, I was dying laughing. I was like, boy. And then when I heard Big Mom in the background say, woo, I said, oh my God. I was like, boy, everybody just falling for the sauce. I was like, this man said, I'm gonna introduce the platinum plan. And then it reads out of what it says, President Donald Trump announced details of his platinum plan for African Americans Friday, which included increasing capital in black communities by $500 billion, designate the KKK and Antifa as terrorist organizations, and making lynching as a national hate crime. And even with the national hate crime, with lynching being a national hate crime, black people don't catch on to stuff like that. Like, he's going to push that little stuff in like that, and that stuff is going to affect us, because guess what we like to do to each other on World Star Hip Hop? We like to jump each other. You know, a video just came out down here in Greenville on World Star where it was sisters jumping on another two sisters. Mm-hmm. And then when I seen it, I thought about this. I was like, damn. I said, but if he pushed this into law, what they just did to each other would be considered a hate crime. Mm-hmm. So these sisters could end up going to jail for 20 and 30 years for a simple disagreement in the parking lot over something stupid. And they get jumped by some other sisters. Now you're looking at 30 years for a lynching crime, and it's going to be considered a hate crime. Like, I'm like, boy, y'all don't even, it's like these Christian pastors got our people so lost and just, and what's the other black politician right now, Jameson Harrison? Mm-hmm. The brother, I could never trust a brother with a face like that. You know what I'm saying? I could never trust a brother like that. Like, this brother ain't even got hair on his head. No hair on his head, his face. Like, he just came out there looking like Mr. Potato Head. And I'm like, wow. I was like,
look like a grown little baby.
Like, damn, little big, you ain't grow a little facial hair yet? Like, damn, nigga, how old he was now? 36? And I was just like, it's brothers like this, man, who keep us away from the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High, who keep us just lost even more and more. You know what I'm saying? And when we start following these black politicians, these black pastors, you know what I'm saying? They just reel us farther away from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And guess what happened to us when we get that far away from it? We just continue to go deeper and deeper and deeper in this hole. It's a brother right now in Greenville. His name is damn, what is his name? I just had it in my head. I had it wrote down earlier. Damn, I forgot his name. He's another brother, man. But he got famous and notorious. Is it Jack Will? It's something like that. Jack Will. It's something like that. But they got this little poster up all around when you go around driving, and it's predominantly inside the neighborhood where you stay at. I don't want.
Middletown.
You'll see it out there. He got it out there. But this brother was notorious for working Jack Wilson. Jack Wilson, I think that's his name. Mm-hmm. This brother right here was notorious in Greenville County for shutting down black clubs, black organizations. This brother went as far as also to give the sheriff, the top sheriff of Greenville County, an award for being an excellent sheriff. I'm like, so what in the hell are you doing? Like, but yet he's trying to vote, and I seen him now with all his political advertisements, and I said that's what that all was about. All of that demonizing black people, making it seem like we bad, making it seem like, you know, we need to shut down these clubs and all of this and all of that. He just used that as a stepping stone to get himself inside of the political office.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So he can be voted on, so he can be elected, so he can pretty much just stuff his pockets, because that's what anybody becomes a politician for. It's not to fix any type of problems. It's just to get power and get rich. So when I seen it, I was like, that's why he demonized black people. And that's why it's so heavy with the scriptures, man, when it says what it says in the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 7, keep thy far away from a false matter. You know what I'm saying? Because he brought so many false allegations against our people, like everything that was going on was just our fault. You know what I'm saying? Not even sit back to observe the situation and be like, maybe my people are in this condition because of all the oppression they have been through. Maybe my people are on drugs because the black communities are or just such in trauma. Like it's so horrible out there. You go out there, people struggling, people ain't got furniture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's like, even myself, man, I stayed in the ghetto for a long time. I'm telling you straight out of the truth. For 3 years, we didn't even have a damn couch in the front room. Damn. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even come in my house and sit down. You had to stand up. Like, I didn't even bring people to my house. Like, that's all right. That's when you know you're in hell. Like, that's how horrible it is.
It's like if I could, and it was a shame.
Right.
You know, I'm talking about myself. That it was a shame for people to come. I was scared of damn roaches don't come out of there.
I was in the same. Like, you come in the house, motherfucker drop out like he jumped out of Vietnam on your damn. You just, what the hell is that? He's like, oh, so, hey, my bad, man. And we got.
You talking to them like they cousins or they live in there. Like, I tell you not to come out.
Like, good night. So, but who you talking to? Like, nobody. And next thing you know, you see a line on going to the stove. You want a plate? Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jack Wilson didn't take the time to look at situations like that. Like, he's from the ghetto. He's from the hood. The brother's from the hood so much when you see him, he got the gold tooth. He chilling. I'm like, brother. Like, I know people that know you. That, you know, they know your background. Like, you wasn't always this nice guy. You come from the hood. You sold drugs. You from the streets. So how can you sit around and turn around and say that it's our fault? That's a false matter, and he should have stayed away from it. But the Most High is going to do something to brothers like that, man, who get up in there and try to demonize his own people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of, man, it's been a lot of news. It was a brother, man, who supported Donald Trump so heavy. I forgot. I just read the article last night. I forgot what his name was. He was a heavy Donald Trump supporter, young brother. Man, the brother died. His wife, then it came out, his wife got on Facebook. Yeah, he had HIV. He had this, he had that. I said, good night. The Most High was not playing with this brother. Then you see the pictures of the brother. He got the MAGA hat on. He chilling. He talking to the, what's the sister name who everybody hate?
Was it Kamala?
That's her.
Kamala Harris.
He got the picture with her. He got the MAGA supporters with him. And I was like, the Most High killed that brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this is not the time to try to do the things that you want to do, man. The Most High is bringing judgment on this kingdom because this place does not keep any of the laws that the Most High has established.
That's right.
And if we continue to follow these people who are in control right now, we're gonna die, man. We're gonna die horrible deaths, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna die horrible deaths, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 7, just to piggyback some more, man. Like,
did you say the name of that brother was?
The one,
Jack Wilson.
I think it's Jack Wilson.
And he a native of Greenville?
Con. Jack Logan. That's it, Jack Logan. Matter of fact, this is what he's notorious from out of one. He's it says Jack Logan. This is what he put up on Facebook. He said, I live in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm the founder of Put the Guns Down Now Young People. I work in healthcare. I love running. I'm very competitive. This was the same brother who he established something down here in Greenville. He even had as far as where he had a billboard, and it was saying, "Put the guns down, black people, like young people. You know, put the guns down, this and that." Like, you know, he's pretty much a coward in my eyes.
So if I could, he was responsible for all of the clubs that got shut down.
Khan, that's him.
Which is crazy, man, because there's so many, you know, white bars and white clubs around in the area.
Right.
You can't find too many, you know, clubs where brothers is at.
Right.
So, I mean, he had to really seriously be against his own people for that to happen. Because, hell, all of the hell we go through during the weekday, we just want to go somewhere and chill and drink and dance. And then have fun or whatever, with other brothers and sisters going through the same hell.
Right.
He must have really couldn't stand black people to have took away their peace like that.
Kind of what kind, sir.
Like that's what we do. That's what brothers do.
Right.
at the end of that week, when the weekend come around, we try to go hit up a club and go, you know, holler at some women, or, you know, sisters trying to get out there and do their dance a little bit, show off their new outfit.
Right. You
know, music and everything. We try to relax from having to deal with our pressure throughout the week.
Damn right.
He had to really hate his people to do that, man.
Constantly.
To be the advocate, the front liner for shutting all of the clubs down here in Greenville. Man, listen. Come on, bro.
It's like, so what you're saying is so heavy out of one because the so-called oppressor had been trying to do that for a long time. Was trying to shut the clubs down, didn't want our people to have the clubs open. And he doesn't even know that they prostituted him out. They pretty much used him as a whore, to shut down the club. So people can be like, so the oppressor can be like, hey, why y'all mad at us? We didn't shut the clubs down. It was Jack Logan, one of your own people. He shut the clubs down. That's who you should be mad at. And then the only thing that's going to do is create more conflict amongst black people. Make us hate each other even more. That nigga Uncle Tom, that nigga a coon, man. Yeah, I mean, I ain't fooling with him, man. I ain't fooling with anybody that fool with him. Not even him understanding that he's just a whore. He got prostituted out. Like, this brother was responsible for shutting down so many clubs. I'm talking about, it was so bad, man. When he got up and started doing what he was doing, I'm talking about, they even had to wear the, not the ATF, but the fire marshals. And I want to say the ATF hit a couple of these clubs up because he had started pushing the rumor as to the fact of that a lot of these people are allowing people with guns inside of the clubs. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so he had the clubs getting shut down, brothers that was really, running good businesses who had clubs who weren't getting shut up, weren't getting shot up, where people weren't fighting in, where people was able to come and really enjoy themselves. He had clubs like that even shut down, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and he just demonized us so bad, man.
And if I could also add,
Concert.
And see if he was upright,
right,
in what he wanted to do, and I pray, man, one day him and other black politicians in South Carolina,
right,
hear this class. But if he was really upright about what he was trying to do, and he really just wanted to end the violence,
right,
amongst our people, then he could have went and advocated that we made those clubs safe,
right,
for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That we could have basically policed our own clubs.
Damn right.
And made it to where that we didn't have to worry about stuff like that.
Right.
But his whole plan was to shut it down, just like every black politician that come in and act like they really care about black people. They really just further trying to destroy us so they can get money out of us and so that they can gain them some power in the political system.
That's it, out of one con, sir. Because what you saying is so heavy, out of one. That's so true. Because right now, as we speak, he's trying to get in a political seat right now. Like, he's running from some type of political office. Matter of fact, what did it say he's running for? It says he is.
So Salaki, if I could, I want to read this for you. So I asked the brother Jack Logan. I found him on Facebook as a friend, and I asked him who shut the black Cubs down in Greenville, South Carolina.
Right.
And he responded, Carl Allen. Who is Carl Allen?
Ooh, he responded back that fast?
He responded back. I'm literally surprised because I didn't think he was going to respond back.
Most High Christ.
Most High Christ that he did. Because if that's the case, we need to interview him, bring him out here to the school, and we need to find out what really happened with these clubs in Greenville, and we need to push and promote for that, for brothers and sisters to be able to have those establishments again here in Greenville. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we live in hell here. You know what I'm saying? And now, of course, we're not advocating for violence at all. We don't want that to happen.
Right.
But we do want brothers and sisters to be able to go and peacefully enjoy themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Without having to deal with all of this hell that we deal with, in America. You know what I'm saying? So it was actually, amazing, or, it was actually a surprise that he had responded back. But he said Carl Allen.
With a K?
Yeah, with a K.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, that is the lawyer. He's a lawyer. I'm pulling up his information right now. I wonder if it's the senator, because it's a Senator Carl Allen too, who's down here in Greenville. Looking them up right now. Yep, there you go right there. Yeah, I think that's him. He's the one that shut down Senator Carl B. Allen, South Carolina legislator. It says he had programs to shut down schemes and scams and shuts down law-breaking clubs. Yep, that's the one. He was the one that got with him, and Jack Logan. Jack Logan, he didn't want to be singled out like he didn't have any type of, dealings with that same thing, but he did too. Out of one, he was involved in it too. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to get it. He got his hands dirty also, just to try to get that thing to be pushed also. That's why I say, man, it's very important for our people as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, not to be a part of this place called America, man. Because once you start following their ways, man, you become a lawless people, man. You start doing everything against the Most High, man. Yep, that's him, Senator Carl B. Allen, District 7, Greenville County. Yep.
And and then also, of course, not to defend him, because of course his plight, if his plight again was authentic, then what would have happened, instead of shutting those clubs down, what would have happened is he would have made them safer.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. But just to kind of throw a little bit of light on it, that just goes to show that these politicians and lawyers, they'll throw you under the bus quick.
Damn right.
Because what's his name, Jack Logan, he ain't nothing but a figure.
That's it.
He just the face. He the face that everybody can go and say, oh yeah, that's the nigga that did it.
Right.
He the nigga that did it. But behind closed doors, there's politicians, or other politicians or bigger politicians.
Right.
There's lawyers. There's people in the community that got a strong pull around here that's telling him and pushing him to do these type of things. You know what I'm saying? And because he's black,
right,
and because he's from Greenville, they know that they can mislead our people and make things happen around here in the city that, you know what I'm saying, that that's even more oppressive to our people.
Right. Good night. And out of one, that's so heavy, out of one. Like you said, behind closed doors, it's other people that's pushing the agenda. You know what I'm saying? He just fell a victim right into it. And now with him doing that, he really believes that his people are going to support him and be behind him. And a lot of these political leaders, man, they're cowards, man. They're terrified, man. They can never go on the streets and do what the brothers in the Isupk do, man. They can never go on the street corners and call the oppressed out for their crimes and for their brutality amongst their people. You know what I'm saying? So rather than them do that, guess what they do? They go lay in the bed and become a whore for this nation that is against us. And that's why it says what it says in the scriptures. I'm going to read it from the top again. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 7. Keep thee far from a false matter. And that's what all of these so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian leaders should do. They should keep away from a false matter. You should keep away from anything that tells you that we're the problem. You know what I'm saying? You should stay away from that, because that is a false matter. How are we the problem when we're the victim? How does the victim become the problem when they're the ones that have been victimized? When they're the ones that's been raped and robbed? That's like coming to somebody who has been robbed for their pocketbook, and you come in and say, you know what? It's your fault. He's like, how is it my fault? Because you had the goddamn pocketbook on your arms. You should have hid it under your shirt or something. It's your fault. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these black and Hispanic and Native Indian leaders have begun to do. They have partaken in all of these false matters, man. And the Most High say, keep thee far from a false matter. And it also reads, and it says, in the innocent, in the righteousness, slay thou not. You know what I'm saying? Because so many righteous brothers, man, have been, and innocent people have been slayed, man. Breonna Taylor, she was innocent. And the sister was shot in her house, man, in front of her husband, murdered, gunned down. Mike Brown, walking in the street, shot in the head by a police officer, Darren Wilson. Trayvon Martin, walking home from the store with Skittles and the Arizona in his hand, shot down Tamir Rice, playing at the park with his sister, shot down as soon as the cops pulled up and murdered him. Emmett Till, we just taking it back. Emmett Till say he tried to holler at a black girl and got killed, and come to find out that was a damn lie. You know what I'm saying? That was a damn lie, man. And that's why the scripture says, man, it says this right here. It says, and the innocent and the righteousness slay thou not. Like, you're not supposed to kill innocent people, man. And when we try to join and be like our oppressor and try to live and be lawless like them, we begin to murder innocent people. We begin to murder righteous people, man. That's what we begin to do. You know, you don't see it tons of time on the news where innocent children were shot, laying in the bed. Brothers trying to be like the oppressor, be gangsters, be mobsters, try to be like Al, whatever his name, Al Capone, Scarface. You know, want to live lifestyles like that, and we go through and just shoot up the neighborhood and kill the innocent. You know what I'm saying? We look at the police officers; they do it all the time. We look at the people who run this place; they kill the innocent, man. Same thing goes for when you in there as abortion clinics as a sister. When you in there murdering that baby is innocent. That baby is innocent, and you partaking in the same thing that the Most High told us not to do, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're in these conditions, man. Because we don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And when we don't, man, we start to be just like the oppressor, man. We start to be just like him, and we start to do the things he do, man. We started to murder the innocent. We start to murder the people that are righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we get on these street corners, just like the Kentucky 8, man, we salute them brothers, man, because what they did was so heavy, man. They went out on that street corner, and them brothers were righteous, man. And the people that came against them wanted to slay these brothers, man. And these brothers were innocent and righteous, man. But the Most High was with these brothers. And these brothers fought, stood strong, and came out alive, man. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing these brothers were doing was just being righteous, man. Trying to protect the innocent. Trying to protect the people that are righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to stay away from all of these things and not partake in that, man.
That's right.
And this is, I'm going to continue to read. It said, I'm going to start from the top again. The Most High said this, keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteousness slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. The Most High is not going to justify the wicked, man. All of the evil that has been done in this planet, in this earth, and the things that have been done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, it's not justifiable, man. Just because America says, hey, you know, he's justified for what he did, the Most High is not going to justify. Somebody is going to pay for those crimes, man.
Yeah, right.
We see it time and time on the news. We see it time after time on the news, man. Brothers riding in the car. Brother get pulled over by the police. Hey, you got a weapon? Brother might pop off and say something smart. Police, kill him. What do they say? Hey, he was justified for what he doing. He was right. We know we find the matter of the situation justifiable. Just like Breonna Taylor, man. Just like Breonna Taylor, the brother that went up there and had the audacity to say that they could not charge the police officers in her death because they were justifiable for the things that they did.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But the Most High says he will not justify the wicked. Those people who done it to Breonna Taylor, they are going to pay for it. The people that done the things they did to Tamir Rice, they're going to pay for it, man.
That's right.
The police officer who shot the brother Jacob, I forgot the brother name, the brother Jacob in the back in front of his children, in front of his 3 sons, shot him in the back in front of his 3 children. You are going to pay for it.
Damn right.
The Most High is not going to justify your wickedness, man. And this one video, man, it brings tears to my eyes every time I see it, man. The brother in the car with his daughter, man, he gets shot up, and man, his wife had to sit there and just watch her husband die. Had to watch him die, man. Had to watch him choke on his own blood. And they had the audacity to show it on national TV, man. To show it on national TV for millions to see, man. Like, you would never see them do their own people like that, man. They have enough respect and dignity for their own people. But for us, the whole world is able to look at our pain and suffering and watch us be murdered. the innocent, the righteousness, man.
That's right.
But the Most High say he is not going to justify the wickedness, man. Just because America justified what them cops did to their brother, the Most High doesn't. And that's why this place is going to burn, man. That's right. Why this empire is falling right now. That's why last night when you got on the TV and you watched that debate, you seen a comedy show, man. The Most High is bringing this empire down. And the best thing for us to do as Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians is to separate from this place, man. Stop trying to vote. Stop trying to go out here and celebrate Halloween, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Don't be surprised when people go out here and celebrate Halloween this year that we don't hear about another traumatic event happening. Oh, we just found out that they putting this in the candy for the kids. This amount of kids were poisoned because this was inside the candy. A riot broke out. This happened at a house. Matter of fact, this happened this weekend where the people was up there in North Carolina, and it was like 20-something people that got shot at a haunted house up there.
Damn.
People up there trying to do the haunted house, and a fight broke out, and next thing you know, somebody gonna start shooting, man. Like, we can't protect this, man. The Most High is not going to justify any of this wickedness, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the best thing for us to do right now, man, is to separate from this place, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, and verse 8 reads right here, and it says this, and thou should take no gift, for the gift blinded the wise. Like, we shouldn't be taking these gifts that America offers to us, man. Like, all of these things that they try to get to us, like this platinum plan that Donald Trump is saying that he's going to push on the Black community, man. We shouldn't take these gifts, man, because as soon as we take these gifts, it blindeth the wise, man. The people that are kind of wise amongst our people, they begin to get blinded because the only thing they can see is this gift. Like, you know what, man, maybe if we do vote for Trump, maybe things will work out, maybe things will be better. But the whole time they don't even understand that the only thing that this gift is doing is blinding them. It's blinding them for what they're really trying to do. The whole agenda, the whole plan of the things that they're trying to really push, man. When you start accepting these gifts, you become blinded for what these oppressors are really trying to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And our people have been doing that for years, man. For hundreds of years. You know, soon as some oppressors speak about something good, we be like, you know what? Hey, man, maybe we can do this and we can do that. Just like people did with Obama when it came to the homosexual law that he pushed. You know, everybody was supporting it. Everybody was behind it. Everybody loved this gift. Like, you know what? Finally, homosexuals can come out. We can live. We can come out of the closet now. We ain't got to hide how we are anymore. Now we can live our life. And guess what happened when they let that little weak gift get pushed on them? He blinded them. And guess what came right after that? Now they're saying that they're going to start pushing laws to where a man could get with an 11-year-old child, man. They just passed it in California, saying that they have dropped the age of the consent of children, man, to 11 years old. Now an 11-year-old can be with a grown man. You know what I'm saying? The UPK has been saying this, man. Like, when y'all ushered in this homosexuality and y'all thought it was a gift, y'all were blinded.
That's right.
Y'all didn't really see what the whole plan of the agenda was. Like, now we got homosexuality, guess what's going to come with it? Pedophilia. That's what's next. Hide your kids. Because that's what's coming next. You know, everybody want to accept the homosexual. Let's see if that homosexual is going to be your friend when you want to have sex with your 11-year-old son.
That's right.
Let's see if that homosexual you do your hair and do your nails and you gossip with. Let's see if you want to be friends when he wants to have sex with your 11-year-old nephew. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High said, man, don't take that gift, man, because even the wise, they get blinded by this, man. And our people are continuing to be blinded day after day by these gifts that these oppressors try to give us. And then Donald Trump pushing this new thing on us. I'm gonna push the platinum plan with $500 billion gonna go to the Black community. Floyd Mayweather got billions, man. Floyd Mayweather's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Floyd,
if I could,
come on, sir.
That $500 billion and Black people ain't gonna never acknowledge it because they ain't never had $500 billion.
Right.
That $500 billion is a spit in your face.
Right.
It's a spit in your face. If it ain't even enough for all of the treachery, all of the murdering of our children over the years. You know, all of the murder of the Native Indians, the brothers and sisters down at the borders that's getting killed.
Right.
You know, all of the slavery, the rape, robbing, the murder, the drugs. None of that at all. There is no money that America has that could pay for all of that, man.
Right.
There's no money they have, and so that's why I said earlier, man, slavery is the only thing for them.
Damn right,
They
sir.
have to pay with slavery.
Damn
for the
right.
rest of their existence, man.
Damn right, sir. Damn right, out of one. That's it. Damn, that's it, out of one. Like, that's the only thing that they can get. That's the only thing that the oppressor can get for us, man. Like, we don't want your money. We don't want your new laws. We don't want your houses. We don't want any of that. We want you to go through what we went through. We want you to pick cotton. We don't want you to be raped. We don't want your children to be raped. We want you to serve out slavery like we did. So when everything is said and done, guess what we can say? You know what? They've been through what we've been through. They suffered what we suffered. But until that day comes, nothing is never going to change, man. Nothing is never going to change. You know what I'm saying? And as long as these Christian leaders, these so-called politicians, stand in the way, man, of the righteous, man, our people are going to continue to take these gifts, man, from these different oppressors, man, and it's going to continue to blind us. But now, that's why Donald Trump had to push in some type of gift, because he's starting to see people are not starting to be blind anymore. People are starting to see what's the real agenda behind America, man. They're starting to see that, hey, guess what, man? You know what I see, man? I see, guess what, man? It's not like what they say. Everybody's not created equal. It's not no equality in America. We get treated one type of way, and they get treated one type of way. I'm starting to see that now. And guess what Donald Trump had to do? He had to come in with a gift to continue to keep you blinded, man. Gonna push the platinum plan on you. And don't be surprised when you start seeing more and more of these Christian pastors go right in behind it and try to push it. Yeah, we gotta vote for Trump. Trump is gonna push the platinum plan. It's gonna change everything in the black community. When it's not going to change a damn thing. And everybody been hollering about recreation. They just gave recreations to Asheville, to the black community in Asheville. But guess what they said they was gonna do with the recreation? They're not giving the money to black people. They said they're gonna take the money to the black community and rebuild it. And when I heard that, the first thing that came to my mind, because I have been in Asheville before, I said gentrification. That's the only thing gonna happen. They're gonna build up the black community and they're gonna kick out Slocky. They're gonna kick our tails right out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be careful when they try to give you these gifts, man. It's just another way for them to blind you. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be careful with these slick mouth politicians and these pastors. Just because they have your skin color and they come from where you come from, when they start sitting in these high seats and start trying to live like the oppressor, get the hell away from them. Stay the hell away from them, man. The only people you should be listening to is the Isupk underneath Commander General Yohana, man. Because we're going to tell you the truth. We're going to tell you like how it should be told, man. We're not going to lie to you. We're not going to sugarcoat things. We cannot be bought. We cannot be compromised. You can't buy us in here. It's nothing you can give us, man. If you're not trying to serve slavery, if you're a so-called oppressor, man, we don't want anything from you. If you ain't trying to kiss a boot and empty out your account and donate your house to Commander General Yohana, it's nothing you can do for us. We already know that the only thing you're doing is speaking lies. We know that already, man. And I'm gonna keep reading more in this scripture, man. And it says, I'm gonna read it from the top. And it says, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous. And the word perverted, man, it means it turns away. You know what I'm saying? It turns away what is right or good. And that's what happens when our people take these gifts, man. It turns away the good and the righteousness of the people. You know what I'm saying? It turns away what is right from the people who are righteous and the things that we speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go on the streets and we speak on what's going on and what's happening. What's really, what's destroying the black community. And you have people who are willing to accept these gifts and these trinkets from these oppressors. They come up and they speak against us. You know what I'm saying? We can't even tell you the amount of Christian pastors who always try to say we're the black KKK, we're racist, we're wrong. Because they want the gifts. They want to live like the oppressor. They want the money. They want the cars. They want the clothes. Just like the pastor down here in Greenville. So like I said, what's the pastor name?
Something great.
John Gray. John Gray. Just like him, man. a brother, a black man, down here in one of the, and he's at a mega church. Like, god damn, a mega, it's not a church. This shit is a church on steroids. It's a mega church. Making multi-million dollars a year. Had his own TV show, had his book. He had so much money to where he went and bought his wife a Lamborghini truck. And where do you think he got that money from? From him working? From him working at B&W somewhere? From him working at the chicken farm down here, working at Redford Farms? You think he got it from that? He got it from the people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He got it from the congregation. He turned his back on his people a long time ago. Like, you can't listen to people like that, man. You can't follow people like that. Because the only thing he's going to do is speak against brothers such as myself, such as Officer Natazai, man. You know, such as brothers like ourselves, such as Commander General Yohana, who has told us to go on the street corners and speak the truth, man. He's going to speak against us. He's going to speak what is right. He's going to speak against what is right, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We see it day by day, man. We see it all the time. We see it every time we go to camp. Some weak man, some weak brother who loves the oppressor, always coming up trying to defend him. Hey, y'all wrong, brother. We got to love everybody, brother. You know, we got to do this and we got to do that. And then they go home and then they see something in the news about how wicked this place really is. And then they start to open up their eyes more and more. Just like that time we was at camp in Charleston, out of one, where the brother was with the oppressor. They standing side by side. And the brother was trying to speak with the oppressor, like, man, yeah, y'all wrong. But then the oppressor said, stupid niggas. And I looked, and it gave me joy in my heart to see his face like that. I was like, there it is. There it is right there. That's what I wanted you to feel. I looked at him, when I seen him look at all that, I seen his whole heart just.
Everything just.
It melted. That song came on, I was like, damn, big fella, that hurt. That hurt real bad.
And you just saw, and it was crazy because it's like, that's how much love that we just have for our oppressors.
Right.
Like, he had so much, like, until that happened.
Right.
He just thought, like, every destroyed nigga around here, we just thought that white man could never do wrong.
Damn right.
That was just
Right.
there. He was harmless. And that we were our own problems, man.
Right.
And he found out the hard way.
Ooh-wee.
He probably ain't never heard a devil call him, you always hear it on TV.
Right.
He probably ain't never heard him say that in person. And then when he heard that, it changed his whole. and then he knew he was going to be held accountable. Like, people were going to look at him after hearing that and seeing what he was going to do about it. Man.
Right.
And at that point, boy, he was fighting it. You could tell. He was like, dang, I'm out here defending you. You over here calling me a nigga.
Ooh-wee. Like, ooh-wee. Like, that is like, ooh-wee. So, like, you thank the Most High. I had never had to feel that type of pain.
But if I could, it was a blessing that that was the Lord really trying to wake him up on that situation. He needed to hear that. Right. Because hopefully, and I pray that this is what's happening, hopefully every Negro that experienced racism and knows racism, hopefully it brings them that much closer to coming to getting in this truth.
Damn right, I don't
And maybe it made him think about that every single day. Right. And I hope it did. I hope it haunted his damn life, man. I hope it haunted his damn dreams. That every day he lived, he learned to love white people because he was taught by his grandma who loves everybody to love the white man and love all of the other nations. And now he got a chance to see the true nature of that devil, man. Right. And he gonna have to live with that. Ooh-wee. He ain't better erase that out of his memory.
La sir. So like as if I can. Like when he said it, you just like, it just crushed every type of, you can see everything that they done together just fall apart. Them shooting basketball together, them having beers together. He thinking about all the precious memories. Him introducing him to his mom and all of that. You just seen all of that get crushed as soon as he said, "You stupid niggas." And I was just like, I seen him turn and look, and I was like, ooh. Ooh, that's...
It just did something to his soul.
I was like, ooh, it's like when a brother catches rib cheating on him, he was just like, ooh, damn, that hurt. And you just seen it, he was just like, oh, brother. brother, like I wanted to go out there, brother. You need a hug, brother. You need a hug because I know that hurt. Like you love this. Like y'all probably rode together here. Like imagine that ride back if y'all rode together. Y'all just sitting in the car. You just, hey, I didn't mean it like that, man. I know, man. I know. No. You good. Nah, for real, man. I'm not a racist, man. You know, just what they were saying, it was just wrong. Nah, you good, man. Nah, you good, man. You trying to come to the house? Nah, man, not tonight. Not tonight, man. They get out the car. We still friends? Yeah, we good, man. He going to I thought you would. Then you gotta
That shit dead, man.
dead after that. And so like you said, it's like being in Greenville, I stayed on one side of the town, and at one point in time it was like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like you had Esau and then you had us, and we was all chilling with each other. And then, you start getting cool with them and everything like that. And then that's when the racism comes out and you just start to really sit back and look at them like, yeah, these devils, man. Everything my mother and father taught me, they were right. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, good night for that to happen to that brother, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just more proof, man, that we have to stay away from these people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. So like if I could, man.
Kind of,
sir. It was like the perfect setup. It's like the Lord made that perfect example for that day.
Right.
Not only for us and for other for that brother, but even for other brothers and sisters that may have witnessed that situation.
Right.
Like it was so perfect because the point of it is that they are enemies.
Right.
It's like even though you grew up knowing this devil and y'all might have played basketball together and he might have knew your folks and you might have knew his folks and y'all might have went to school together and y'all probably smoked weed and did drugs together and
right.
got drunk and had sex with whores. At the end of the day, y'all enemies.
Damn right.
And it's so good that you're teaching the law class because one of the laws is that we're supposed to separate from ourselves.
Right.
And he had to learn that day why we should be separate.
Right.
Because it is a perpetual hatred that's inside of Esau, which is the reason why that it was so easy for him to let it be known that he was still a nigga inside of that man's eyes.
Right. Damn right, Adawan. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High, like his laws, man, are so perfect, man. Like the only thing we have to do is just follow these laws and we can live, man. There are laws governing for Israel, man. There are laws for everything that we deal with in our life, man. And the only thing we have to do, man, is just come back and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. I mean, we're not going to have a choice, man. Like, how many more of us are going to have to die in these streets for us to realize, like, what can we do in order for things to change? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you tuned into this class right now, you're making that change.
That's right.
You're doing something different. You're doing something that people in the world are not doing right now. You're coming back and you're serving the Most High. You're coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are going to change your life, man. This is going to save your life. Not voting, not going out here marching, not doing what a lot of our people do. They had a protest downtown, and man, it was so weak. So weak and so gay, man. You look on the camera and you see sisters on camera doing those church dances where the music playing and nobody's she just doing the hands like that, and I'm just like, I was like, how is this going to help our conditions? Like, these oppressors are going to look at us and be like, damn, you can shoot them in the streets and they're going to come out and start doing these weird dances.
So it's crazy because I'm just so passionate about this topic, man. But it's so crazy because, Esau out there, he training.
Right.
Like Esau got the damn, he got all of the high power rifles and all of the best pistols and the fighting techniques and all of the different weapons. He out there training for every situation, every call.
Right.
Meanwhile, we get out here in these streets, man, and all we want to do is praise dance.
Good night.
All we want to do is get out there and sing gospel music and sing kumbaya. And this devil is out here training in the trenches.
Right.
Just in case we ever decide we wanted to do anything slightly or remotely
right.
violent, he ready to go to war. You know what I'm saying? He ready to go to war with us like he go to war with other nations.
Right.
We over here, we out here, you know, twirling around in our church dresses and church suits and stuff.
Night, like,
man, come on, man. And it's like if I could, I remember the day you talking about. Was it when we was in downtown Greenville?
it was that time, and this was another one that just happened this past Sunday.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to go to that one. That was over George Floyd, or was that what?
Over Breonna Taylor.
That was over Breonna Taylor, man. Man, I remember when we was out there
Oh, we.
for the one for George Floyd, man.
Good night.
And that was so. It was just so cowardly, and it was so. It just felt like being in the Christian church again.
Right.
Just being out there amongst a bunch of Christians, and you knew nothing was you knew none of that was really about George Floyd.
Right.
It wasn't really about the real issues surrounding our people. Because really what it looked like is brothers and sisters just wanted to come out there and you know, just it was like a church. It was like gathering at a church. That's
right.
all it felt like.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't even like the Spirit of the Lord was in there at all, man.
Right.
Because everybody was just kind of like there, and people getting high, and everybody was looking for a reason to be out there looking at each other, and the sisters was out there dressed like hoes, and the brothers looked like they was really just out there fishing for women.
Right.
And it was horrible, man. It was just like, the Lord, man, listen, you want to join a real army, you got to come into the Israelite School of Universal Practice.
Damn right.
Commander Juliana. This is how we know, if I could, this is how we know that you really about the love of our people.
Right.
As you join in this school, because we are taught how to truly love our people and how to bring them up out of this captivity.
Damn right.
Going out there doing all of that praise dancing, it's pathetic. It looks weak. Why? It is out there training in the trenches.
Right.
We out here praise dancing in the streets, man. It looks horrible.
Kind of con, sir. And so, like I said, if I can, like you said, out of when we was out there that day, they was out there. Me, you, and Officer Maradaki, when they was out there for the one at Tangers, and they had so many sisters on the front line. Like Officer Shaw just said, they said these weak protests got women on the front line, and what he's saying is so heavy because when we was out there, they had a line of women blocking the driveway for cars not to come into this restaurant. Mm-hmm. And then later on the news, when you looked on the news, some devil came barging through the crowd in a Jeep, almost hitting people. They had to move kids out the way and everything. This devil came barging through, and he didn't even get charged for anything.
Damn.
Then they was looking for him. They was like, yeah, they trying to find out who it is. The sheriff got on the news. Yeah, we trying to find out who this man is. Found out who he was, and nothing happened to him. Nothing. And we go out there and praise dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when we was downtown that time, I seen a brother down there. When I seen him, I was shocked. I was like, damn, okay, maybe he down here trying to, stand up for black people. Maybe trying to do something different. He actually gave us a water. This same brother is a rapper down here in Greenville. This same brother was later seen, he raps about killing our people. I seen him on the picture. He was talking, yeah, nigga, any one of y'all niggas got a problem, I'm gonna goddamn light you up, you and your mammy. And I seen him in the picture pushing an old white lady in the wheelchair across the street. And he got so many supports and lights for it. And I looked at him and I was just like, boy, you are weak. You are a coward. You are scared. Brother, you need to come into Isupk because what you just shown me is just displayed a whole bunch of weakness and cowardice. And that's why, man, it takes a different type of man and woman to be in the Isupk, man.
That's right.
You really have to be committed. Just like I don't want to say it, if you really love and care for your people, you would be here, man. You would be right here doing the work that we're doing. You'd be right here, man, doing the work General Yohana has pushed on us to do, man. Saving your people, getting your people off drugs. You know what I'm saying? If you really about it like you say you is, you really for black people. You know what I'm saying? You'll be trying to get your people off the drugs. Get them out of the streets. Get your sisters out of the strip clubs. Not supporting that horrible lifestyle that they live. You know what I'm saying? But, man, more and more day by day, man, we start to see brothers' true colors, man. These sisters' true colors and who they really love. And they love our oppressor. They don't want to keep the law. And the Most High is going to make it a lot more worse on our people, man. The coronavirus was just one of the plagues, man. Everybody been talking about 2020 been one of the worst years. Ooh-wee. Wait till 2021 if it even comes. You think this was a bad year? Ooh-wee. You ain't seen nothing yet. Like, we're not even finished with this year yet. And we already got fires. We got hurricanes. We got tornadoes. You know what I'm saying? We got so much going on, man. Because this place is finished. No longer should you continue to give your love to this place, man. It's the time for us to separate, man, and come back and serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from this murderer, man. You know what I'm saying? So like it. So like it. So what's the address to the school I don't want again?
430B. It's 430B Southeast Main Street.
Okay, kind. And it's just like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? We got to stay away from these murderers, man. These people, like, you know, like the scripture said, man, the people that kill us, the Most High is not going to justify that wickedness, man. There's going to be something that's going to happen to that person that continues to murder us in these streets, man. And it reads, this is out of the laws, man. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 24, verse 17, and it says, and he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to do it. It's going to be the Most High that's going to do it, man.
But
Cousin.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, man. So Jack Logan, the brother who, you know, about the club situation we talked about earlier.
Cousin.
But he just said that he is interested in doing like a, you know, being able to come if we do an interview, if we want to set up an interview, and speak on that whole situation. He says that he has court documents from the administration of law that shows who was involved with shutting down the black clubs in Green. You know what I'm saying?
Most time, Christ, out of one. Good night. Hey, stay in tune. You know, if you're from Greenville, you're gonna see Jack Logan come up and explain the whole situation because, you know what I'm saying, like out of one, that's so heavy out of one because his name has been put on the front line as being the person who's been responsible for pushing, you know, shutting down all these clubs. Like, man, that's glorious out of one. Like, that's glorious as hell. Like, everybody in Greenville, South Carolina has been blaming him for years, saying that he's the person that's been responsible. He's the Uncle Tom. He's the coon. Mm-hmm. Like, the brother want to get a chance to clear his name up, and he wants to do it with the Isupk.
Most High Christ.
Most High Christ. God damn.
Chance for redemption.
Ooh-wee. Hopefully, maybe one day we can be pouring some oil on that brother's head. No longer will your name be. Goddamn right. Ooh-wee. That's
Christ. So we'll talk about it more about it.
Kind of a kind.
Set up, man.
Yeah, right, man. That's glorious, man. Like we say, man, that's why it's so important for the Isupk, man, to be here, man. We can fix these problems inside of the Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians communities, man. Nobody else is going to do it but us, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Ottawa said, that's just more proof, man. Like we don't make up none of this, man. We don't make up any of this. We don't be just speaking these things. This is the Most High working, man, and y'all gonna see it more and more, man. And with that, I was gonna go ahead and close the class out. Ottawa. Come. We are the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brother and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tas, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 through 21, Malachi 3, chapter verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'asharai, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department of teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, the Feast of Tabernacle, the 15th day of the 7th month for 8 days, which would be Thursday, October the 1st, which ends Friday, October the 9th, 2020. Starts before sundown, Leviticus 23, 34 to 44. And Slack, sir, if it's okay if I could, I don't want. I was going to say, anybody that's in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Like, tomorrow is our feast day. We're going to be having it here in the school. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you need any type of information on where the school is located, man, inboxes, man, we'll get that information. Man, it's going to be brotherhood here, food here, man. Any type of classes, any type of questions that y'all need to answer, man, you can be right here, man, and you can ask any of them questions. Come witness some real brotherhood and some real sisterhoods, man. You know what I mean? All right? And remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boot, shirt, pants, and headband, and scarf. And with that, shalom.